If the coronavirus has revealed one star over the past fortnight, it certainly has been the southern Indian state of Kerala. I'm sure millions of people around the world who have Keralites as their colleagues or teammates must be asking them how their state has been able to deal so efficiently with the pandemic, at least until now. This video could be an explainer. But if somebody thought that Kerala has created some kind of a miracle over the past 2 weeks, it would be like seeing the final winning shot in a World Cup final and thinking that it is that particular shot that won the World Cup for that team or the individual. Far from it. To have been in the World Cup final, there must have been at least 20 years of effort from that player or the team. And one must need to understand that background. In Kerala's case, one must go back not 20 years or 200 years, but 2000 or more years to understand how the state is what it is today. I see Kerala has taken 7 steps to stardom. Number 1, exposure. More than 2000 years ago, before the time of Jesus Christ on earth, most of the world was exposed to Kerala thanks to its rich collection of spices on the Malabar coast. The Romans and the Arabs were here, and the Egyptians and the Chinese were here, all for the grand collection of spices from pepper and cardamom to cinnamon and nutmeg. And what did their exposure do to Kerala? It always helped Kerala benchmark itself against global standards, not just neighborhood standards. So last year, the Kerala Police Facebook page crossed 1 million likes, overtaking that of the New York Police Department, NYPD. And only 3 days ago, we learned about the sad demise of Kerala theatre actor and movie actor Kalinga Shashi, who recently acted in a Steven Spielberg movie starring Tom Cruise. So these have been the standards that Kerala has set for itself. Number 2, education. Kerala stunned India in the early 1990s when first the Kottayam town became the first town in the entire country to be fully literate. Then Ernakulam district became the first fully literate district in India. And then Kerala itself became the first 100% literate state in the country. And ever since, Kerala has maintained those literacy standards. Now, all of that did not happen one fine morning in the 90s. The German and the British missionaries were here setting up schools across the state. And much before that, the benevolent kings of Travancore and Cochin and some other smaller kingdoms were already setting up schools, even for girls, when that concept of women's education was not prevalent all over India. Now, if you go back 200 years ago, when the Presidency College was being set up in Calcutta in British India, when Calcutta was the capital of the British, a college was being set up right here in Kottayam district from where I'm speaking, the Church Mission Society College, or the CMS College, which even produced a president for India, K.R. Narayanan. Appreciate what it was to have a college in Kottayam 203 years back. One has to understand that Delhi's oldest college, Zakir Hussain College, or the Elphinstone College and the Wilson College in Mumbai did not exist at that time. Does good education lead to? Number 3, health. Good education certainly promotes thoughts of good health and personal hygiene, both of which Keralites are famous for. Kerala has consistently led India on various health parameters, including life expectancy, infant mortality rates, and maternal mortality rates. In fact, a girl child born in Kerala's Pathanamthitta district can expect to live well beyond 70 years, this about the same age as a girl child born in Washington, D.C. And don't forget, the Washington, D.C. girl has the backup of about $40,000 of per capita income, while the Pathanamthitta girl has to make do with less than $2,000. And speaking about Pathanamthitta district, it mimics on various demographics even Europe and America and the most developed countries on earth. In the last census, Pathanamthitta district showed a negative population growth, mimicking much of Europe. Good health and athleticism, who do you think of but Kerala athletes like P.T. Usha and T.C. Yohannan? P.T. Usha was the first to come fourth in an athletic event in the Olympics after Milkha Singh. And when T.C. Yohannan jumped an amazing 8.07 meters in the Tehran Asian Games in 1974, it stood for a mighty 3 decades. Number 4, globe-trotting and risk-taking. They go hand in hand. For most of history, people from all over the world came to Kerala. They still do as tourists, but now Keralites empowered by their education are all over the world, working as nurses in New York, executives in London, businessmen in the Gulf, bankers in Singapore, techies in Australia. And some Kerala businessmen have been so risk-taking, they have traveled all the way from Kozhikode by Uru, the traditional dhow boats, all the way to the Gulf. Some have traveled via land to Surat and then taken the dhows to the Gulf and established thriving businesses there, which have metamorphosed into multi-billion-dollar businesses. Probably risk-taking and traveling was in Keralites' blood for centuries. Adi Shankara, the Indian philosopher saint, traveled all the way from Kaladi to Kedarnath way back in the 8th century. Number 5, a critical outlook. Keralites have a critical opinion of almost everything. They have not 2 opinions of everything, but 20 or more opinions. And therefore, there's no personality worship or no idolizing anybody. Many of you probably have seen the Kerala Chief Minister give an evening daily briefing of the spread of the coronavirus across the state. Only minutes after that, almost every Malayalam television channel will have a program daily critiquing him and lampooning him and the opposition leader. And nobody is too big to be taken on, whether it's Coca-Cola or the Catholic Church. My uncle Joseph Pulikunal took on someone as mighty as the Catholic Church for years, and both survived and both gained out of it. Number 6, creativity. Keralites are so ingenious in their creative and storytelling abilities that they populate domains like media and advertising. You'll find them in the Reuters and the AFPs and the APs of the world, and in newsrooms of the BBC and the Al Jazeera. And with taglines like God's own country and apply Kerala, the state has been able to attract over 1 million foreign tourists each year to Kerala. And mind you, Kerala does not have the Himalayas or the Taj Mahal or a Qutub Minar, but it has still managed to attract 1 million plus each year. It has the ability to distill whatever little resource it has and create a story out of it, like this guava juice made out of fruit from this very guava plant. And number 7, openness, which is the most important of the 7 traits that Kerala has. Openness to concepts as crazy as Christianity and communism, accepting Christianity as early as in the 1st century AD and accepting communism some 1900 years later. And how has this openness helped Kerala? It has been an early adapter of many things, even contemporary, like the fishermen in Kerala who took to mobile phones in the late 1990s so that they could take it to the open seas and get the best prices by making telephone calls to various vendors on the coast. At a time when many executives in Mumbai did not have mobile phones. And this week, Kerala introduced WISK, W-I-S-K, for walk-in safety kiosks to test suspected coronavirus patients in Cochin just 2 weeks after they were launched in South Korea. And don't forget that Kerala produced India's first 3D movie and was also the first state to have an Infotech park in Trivandrum. The openness also helped Kerala hire the best talent from around the world. And how did they land in Kerala? A twist of history. Kerala got German missionary Hermann Gundert to produce the first Malayalam dictionary. It got Benjamin Bailey to lay the foundation for the first college in Kerala well over 200 years ago. And it got J.J. Murphy, the Irishman, to set up the first rubber plantation in the south of India. And well before all of them, in 1741, when a Dutch fleet led by Captain de Lannoy attacked the King of Travancore's forces at Colachel and got soundly defeated, the King of Travancore did not kill the captain of the Dutch forces, but hired him to train his own military, and the Travancore military later won many famous victories. So with this background, I hope you appreciate What the world has seen over the past 2 weeks about Kerala being efficient about handling a pandemic is not a flash in the pan, nor is it something that happened over a fortnight, but it has been the very nature of the ingenious, resourceful Keralite. Thank you.